Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm currently here at, see if you can guess, see if you can guess where I am. This is obviously Ladybower, the famous Ladybower reservoir. Came here in the hope that maybe, just maybe, there'll be a sunrise, but unfortunately there wasn't. But you don't know until you try, so you had to come out and see for myself. But you know, it's beautiful here, it's so peaceful, even with the rumble of that. It's a lovely quiet area, and yeah, the views of the water like that, simply stunning, just stunning. And then you can go all the way that way as well. Isn't it gorgeous? Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So the plan now, as there was no sunrise, I've got coffee and I've got some breakfast in my van. I think it's definitely time for a coffee. That goes without saying. So a coffee and some of the breakfast, and then I think I'm going to go up to here, Bamford Edge. I'm tempted to take a wander up there and see if I can get some nice long exposures over the lake reservoir. When does a lake not be a reservoir? Who knows? I got to fly the drone this morning, but not my drone. I've borrowed a friend of mine's drone. It's a Maverick Pro, and I like it. I like it a lot because it can fit in my backpack, whereas my Phantom 3 Pro cannot. Well, it could, but I wouldn't be able to carry anything else. So looks like I want a new toy. But yeah, that was fantastic. So I think I'll definitely get some wonderful shots if I take it up to Bamford Edge as well. I can get some really large vistas and stuff like that there, so I should be doing more of that in a mo. But it's been a beautiful, beautiful morning. So welcome to Bamford Edge, overlooking the gorgeous Ladybower reservoir where I was earlier, just down there by the Plugholes. I've just done a quick fly with a drone around here. It's lovely. First time I've been up here, and there's only been one other person. It's usually really, really busy, so this is lovely. Shot wise, I think I'm going to do the shot that I've done before, where I get down into this little bit down here and use these two rocks just to channel the view straight down towards Ladybower. It worked before, albeit that was at sunset, but I'm going to do a nice long exposure, Might have to bracket because I can't put a filter on because I will darken off the top of the rocks. So I think I'm gonna have to bracket and then do a bit of jiggery pokery when I get back to base. Yeah, let's get the gear out and see what we get. So let me show you what I'm doing down here. I need to be quick. The person that was up by the main ledge of Bamford has just left, so I want to do this quick so I can go and claim that ledge. So, my shot. I'm just going to step down here. Ooh, yeah. So, there's my shot. All the way down through there. I'm just going to set this up to bracket. I'm going to set it quite far. So at the moment I've got on there the 17 to 35, but as much as it's getting everything in, everything's a bit lost even at 35. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to try, I think I bought my 85. I was saying that I've got the 24-105 as well. So I'm going to try my 85 first and just see how that frames up the ledge. It's just that ledge that juts out is what I'm trying to photograph. Now, annoyingly, the 5D Mark III that I'm using here instead of the Mark IV, stupid, doesn't have the time-lapse mode, so I can't run over there and take shots. But what I might do is just send the drone up again and just emulate what I'm doing here, just to get the people on the ledge shot. The shot that my wife loves. Sorry, Rach. She'd be miles back there, not anywhere near where I am right now. So let's go and try the 85 and see what we get. So what I've been doing is, with the 5D, is just doing a vertical pano shot. I think it's been about 1, 2, 3, about 8, maybe 9 shots. But I've also, I've got a tiny filter, just a 3-stop soft edge, just to bring in those clouds a little bit, because they're a little bit washed out when you try and expose for everything. But I have also bracketed just to give me more room. Whoop, nearly fell off a rock. So I think from here, photography wise, I'm done. I don't see the need to do anything else here. Sky's not really giving me anything. The clouds are a bit wishy-washy. They're not moving that fast. I think it's time to find a coffee shop, get a coffee, get some kind of bacon sandwich inside me, and find a new location. Where shall I go? I shall have a think while I eat pig. thought I'd take this moment whilst I trip over a few rocks on the way back to the van to thank everybody that's been watching my channel and dropping me comments and likes and thumbs up. It does mean a lot when you're such a small content provider. I guess that would be the phrase. But yeah, it does mean a lot, and I'm sure it means the same to other providers as well, that we're all just trying to create something. It's not about potentially hitting these millions and stuff, but it'd be nice. But I'm not doing this for the likes and stuff. I'm doing this. It's kind of like a creative outlet. I work in video, I work in photography, but it's on has to be of a certain type, and there's a few restrictions, so creativity is quite limited. So this is sort of my creative outlet. Creative vomit, let's put it that way. So anybody that has stayed and watched at least to the end on at least one video, thank you very much. It means a lot. Right, breakfast, here I come. It's because of bacon. I could never be a vegetarian. So good. So my next plan of attack, I think, is to go up just beyond Winnett's Pass. A few years ago, Thomas Heaton did a video. He was up at Winnett's Pass, but he went beyond Winnett's Pass, beyond. He found a derelict building with a tree. And I thought, I didn't realise that was there, but I thought, well, let's go and take a look. So as I'm in the area now, I think I'm going to go and take a look. The light, it's not great. There's no texture in the sky, really. There's a few clouds here and there, but nothing directly above me now. But at least I can say I've been where Thomas Heaton's been. By the way, if you don't know who Thomas Heaton is and you're watching my video, something went really wrong. Go find him. Beautiful, beautiful day, absolutely gorgeous. But you see up there, it's busy. There's paragliders and a lot of people. I guess that's the other reason for doing sunrises. Only crazy people get up at sunrise. This style is probably one of the most photographed styles in the whole of the Peak District because of its views down over, down over there, over the Winnett's Pass. It's the first time this year that I've seen Castleton. All the other times it's been covered in fog. It's looking beautiful. So obviously it's just called fog when you're not after it photography wise. It's a cloud inversion when you're taking photos of it. Different standards. So I've walked the long way around, but I found this tree and abandoned building. This is what was featured in one of, well, I think it's the tree that was featured in one of Thomas Heaton's videos, and I thought I'd give it a go. I'm not quite sure because of where the light is at the minute. The light is sort of just a little behind. I'm not sure exactly which side to try from, so I'm going to do both because I can and I will. So yeah, I mean, it's a beautiful place, a bit run down, but I love these things because someone went to the effort of making this. Now it has obviously fallen into disrepute or disrepair. It's knackered, but it still has a bit of character, you know. It's that and this dead tree beside it kind of sums up the whole thing, really. So yeah, it's beautiful. So I'm going to set up both from both sides with the 17 to 35. I might need a filter just to take that sky down just a little, but I don't think it'll need much. It's probably going to be black and white. It screams black and white, I think. So time to crack on and get the gear out. Oh hi, didn't see you there. Now in my last video, you may have noticed, if you got that far in my video, that I said I'd do what's in my bag. So this is what's in my bag. Now this is extreme bag. I don't mean that as in it's like an adventure sports thing. This would be how much stuff I would take if I was doing a weekend shoot rather than just coming out for a sunrise and a couple of other shots, you know what I mean? So this is pretty much like carrying everything. Normally I carry a lot less. So I'll start at the bottom of this bag. Get off me flies. Ground sheet. If the weather's crap or you're in a wet field and you just want to be able to put your bag down, the simple thing of putting your bag down. Ground sheet. These things are like £2 on eBay. £2, but they'll just protect your gear. You can lay things down on it. You can sit down on it. So if you're in a muddy area in the woods or whatever, and you just want to sit down, add enough, want to sit down, you can. Want to take your bag off, but you don't want to put it in the mud. Pull that out, put it down. Job's a good one. Highly recommend that. So this is what I've got in this bag at the minute. This is the camera gear. Now most of the time this is the gear, most of the gear that I would carry in my normal, in my other videos you may have seen the black and red rucksack. So like I said, this is going to be more, there's more gear in here than I would normally carry, but this is pretty much the base of my collection. So that's my Lee filter holder with the mount on the front for the circular polarizer. Again, if you watched my last video, I got it back. Did some mine sweeping in the river with a GoPro and found it. Happy days. Remote trigger. It's not remote as in you can point and shoot, but it's got the cable on the front, so that attaches to the front of the 5D. I'm using the 5D now to record this on, but this would go in the side. Just means if you're in bulb mode or you need to do a long exposure, or you just, if it's too windy and you don't want any shake, you can just lock it off and it will take the shot. There's variants of these. There's some which are time-lapse enabled, so I do have one of those somewhere, but I have this one with me today. the Canon 24-105 L glass. This one also has on the end of it my Viltrox adapter. This adapter means that I can then use any of my Canon lenses on my Gh4. So I can still use that on my Canon lens, but I can also, with that adapter, use this lens and any of the other lenses I brought with me on my Gh4. Spare lens, this is the Canon 85mm. Not every shot needs a wide angle lens like I've got on there, or a 24-105. I might want that aperture change and a fixed prime. So I usually bring either this one or the 50. I've got a matching 50. Just depends what I feel like using, really. I only ever take out one. As I said earlier, Lee circular polarizer in that pouch there. Fantastic circular polarizer. Nearly said circulizer again. And then various Lee filters, soft edge, grads, of various depths, some solid NDs. Not all of them are Lee. This is another one that's by a company called Zomei, Z-O-M-E-I. That's my 10 stop, the big stopper, but that was £45 rather than the, like, I think it's like £100 or whatever it is for a Lee stopper. So, yeah, save money. Oh, just give my feet a rest. Hold on. Ow. Head torch. Highly recommend one of these. This was from Decathlon. They're about £3 or £4. If you came up, I'm just over from Winnert's Pass right now. I've come up here in the day for this location. But if I'd come up here this morning when I got to this area, it was pitch black. Couldn't see a thing. Now, you can't walk over Winnert's Pass or to Winnert's Pass without some kind of torch. And if you've got your hands full or whatever, you don't want to be holding stuff, head torch. For the price, you can't go wrong. Doesn't matter if you look stupid, it's dark, no one will see you. Lens cloth, my car keys are in there, I must take them out before I go anywhere. Let's go back inside. Again, like I said, this is extreme. If I was to carry lots of stuff, this is an extra pouch I can use. In here is the 50mm lens. I also have in here, this is the GoPro. If I want to document the journey in the van, I can mount that like that and put it on the dash. But because this has got a nice solid weight to it and is very stable, I could put it out here now and just let it run a time lapse, and not have to set up a big tripod or anything. I can just point and shoot basically with the GoPro in a time lapse mode if I ever need to. What we got in here? They've got a lens pen, ones with those brushes on them, and the smudge thing. I don't trust those though. If you ever get a bit of dirt on it, you do that. That's it. But I'll use that end quite happily just to get those last little bits of dust out. A variable ND for the Gh4 lens. If I want to try and maintain some kind of depth of field, there's not a lot, but if I want to maintain some, then, and it's bright like it is today, then a variable ND is required. What else? Right. This, unfortunately, isn't mine, but it's been lent to me by a good friend, the Maverick Pro. I had my first flight with this today. Wow, an amazing aircraft. I've got the Phantom 3 Pro, which is amazing in itself. The quality of the photos out of that, I've never been disappointed with what that's given me, but this, just flying this is a huge step up from the Phantom. It's very easy to fly, so beautifully quiet as well. Yeah, look, I can't do this with the Phantom. The Phantom's just too big. I can't, even if I wanted to put it in this bag, it's still too big. So I can't bring it with me. Obviously there's the Phantom controller and a spare battery. Still doesn't take up as much space as a Phantom 3 Pro. Small pair of trousers. I don't mean that as in I like to wear small trousers. That's a small waterproof trousers, but they obviously fold up very small. Waterproof coat. This has got a level of waterproofness. That just helps. And that's it for in there. One little pouch here. So in here goes my spent batteries. So all the batteries that I've used for the day go in there, just so I don't get them mixed up. These, I highly recommend these shower caps. Not because I'm vain about my hat or my hair, it's to protect camera gear. I know that the 5D and the Gh4 has a level of weather protection, but you don't want to put that to the test, really, I would say. So if you're not using your camera, or if you've got your filters on and you don't want to risk them getting wet in between shots, you can put that over and then protects it. What I do with this gimbal is I hook it over that motor and then over that motor. Now this gimbal, the camera is weather sealed and weather protected, but the gimbal isn't. It doesn't say that there's any protection on it at all. So these two motors here are very exposed to elements, so if it did start to rain, I could risk damaging it. So that means I can put that over that motor and still use it. So it doesn't cause any tension or enough tension on there to cause any problems for the gimbal. Obviously I still have to be wary of the third motor down there, but invariably the rain is going to hit here and here more than it will hit there, especially as I've got a handle, which I'll talk about later on. Yeah, easy. And these, something like £2 for 20 or something, again off eBay. Crazy not to. Protect your gear. Inhaler, always have an inhaler. I'm asthmatic and unfit. Those two go well together when you're walking around the Peak District. Spare phone, emergency phone, just in case I need to call someone. I get stuck and my other phone has no signal or whatever. Hand warmers. I scoffed at these when I first got them. I thought they'll just do nothing, absolutely nothing, and I was wrong. I was very, very wrong. I was pleasantly surprised. I tested one. I think I was up here when it's past one morning, and it was very cold in the first part of the morning. So I put it inside my gloves, and thought nothing of it. Just put it in the palm inside while I was setting up and waiting. I realised, and it wasn't because of the gloves, that my hand was. One hand was considerably warmer than the other, and I never realised how much heat those things give off. It says like warms up in half an hour or something, but after about an hour they're really, really hot. So I was able to just swap it from hand to hand. I should have used the other one, but then I was like, oh, I don't want to use it now, it's getting warm. So yeah, they're great. You can get those back warmer ones as well, and bigger pouches, so if your body gets cold, you don't want to let your core get cold, otherwise it makes everything miserable. And then the last pouch, it's just a USB power bank, just to keep my main phone charged, which I need to do in a bit. That's it. That's everything I do for photography. Obviously there's a tripod here as well. Take that with me. That's a very, very light travel tripod, that one. But it can carry the weight of the 5D with that lens, and it can carry the weight just. I can't push my luck too much. I have to make sure everything's nipped up really tight. But it will also hold the Sigma 70-200, which is the other lens that's not here. So that's the Sigma 70-200 f2.8, wonderful lens. And then for vlogging, it is this, which is the Phaotech AK2000. Absolutely incredible gimbal. Really, really impressed with this one. I have had the A2000, but that didn't have the ability to pull focus and stuff like that on this one. So having that feature is brilliant, especially for vlogging, if you want to just do cinematic stuff or just focus on your face. Capturing sound is done through the Rode Video Micro, and this is the Panasonic Gh4 with the kit lens on. But like I showed you earlier, I can swap over to other lenses. If it's on here, I have to rebalance, so I don't tend to do it too often if I'm just running about, but setting up stuff, I will change it. Fantastic bit of kit, highly recommend it. Latest edition is this handle here. If I put that into tilt mode, it means I can just carry the gimbal a lot easier. I can also then do some really nice reveals, so you can sort of go along and sweep. If you combine that shot, that kind of shot, with this, which is an extension handle, which you take these legs off and that goes, it would go in there like there, and then those feet will go on the bottom. You can see how much that extends the length of that, and now you just do these long sweeping reveal shots. Yeah, fantastic, fantastic. That's about 11 quid, 11, 12 quid, and to extend that by its length again, just gives you more freedom if you want to go higher. If you want to go low as well, if a microphone would be in the way on this one, but if you wanted to go low with your gimbal, you can't with that. You'll be like crouching down on the ground, at least this way you haven't got so far to bend. So useful piece of kit. That tends to rattle around in the van, and I'll decide before I leave the van if I'm going to take that with me. That's it. That's everything I've got photography wise. So like I say, this would be an extreme. This would be like a weekend's shoot, and invariably if I was staying in the van overnight, then I would still only take like that much stuff, including the camera. I'd still take these, but I'll just decide which lens. And then I've got a smaller bag. This today, it's almost 2.5 stone with all this gear, which has not been bad, but not been fun. So yeah, so hopefully you found that useful. I know the whole what's in my bag is very cliche, but some people find them interesting and fascinating to see how other people work. This is, like I say, extreme. If you imagine two lenses, bunch of filters, batteries to torch, filter holder, and a camera and a tripod. For photography, that's the minimum, and that's all I need. I don't need get off fly. I don't need anything else. So that's it. Yeah, hope you found that useful. Thanks for watching. If this is your first time here, thanks for watching this far. Click that subscribe button below, the little bell icon to be notified when I upload a new video. Hopefully some of the prints or the images from this episode and other episodes, they're all online on my website at grahamsimpsonphotography.co.uk. If you use the code YouTube19 when ordering prints, you'll get 10% off every order. If you'd like to do that, that would be marvellous. Every little helps me out, you know how it is. Links to all these products are also in the description below. They go through Amazon. There is an affiliate link for me. If you do buy anything, I get a little kickback. I think it's 3% or something like that. So again, every little helps. So do think of me when you're ordering anything. That'd be marvellous. So thanks for watching. I'm not sure what the next video will be. I'm not going to commit myself to one. In about 2.5 weeks, there's one big video coming up which will be quite cool. Be very, very different. Bit out of the blue, this one. So I'm looking forward to that. And flies are an odd colour around it. So that's it. I'm waffling. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.